Yo, what's up? I'm here with another deck profile. I have moved on to Labrynth. So I've been testing the furniture build, and now I am testing the trap build. So far, I think I'm liking the trap build better. Uh, with the furniture build, I I don't know. Maybe I haven't given it enough time and practice for me to say that I don't like it. But with my experiences so far, I feel that the trap version is better in my opinion. But we all have our different play styles. Turns out I just like the trap version more. But on to the list. So the standard, one lovely and two ladies. If you guys are new to the deck, lovely. When you activate normal traps, opponent can't respond with monster effects. If a monster leaves a field by your normal trap effect, then you get either a pop on field or you can destroy a random card in hand. And then she can also recycle normal traps from the grave. With Lady Lab, you can special summon her from your hand if Labrynth card effect was activated the turn. It doesn't have to be within the chain, it just has to be in the turn. When you activate a trap, you can chain her to it to set another normal trap from the deck, and she is untargetable and cannot be destroyed by card effects as well. So just these, and the reason why you only run this ratio, you could play 3 ladies, but I prefer that 2. But lovely is just a brick in hand. There's no way to special summon her if you do have her in hand, except by big welcome. Ladies, it's okay to see her in hand, but kind of don't want to, because you can just summon them off of the welcomes or the big welcomes. And up next, I play 3 Ariana. It's just to help you get the engine going if you do need to have another Labyrinth card in hand. Basically, she's just the straddles for Labrynth. And then you can only activate her either one of her effects once per turn. It can't be each effect once per turn. It's just whatever effect you choose for the turn. That's what you gotta use for the turn. But so if another monster leaves the field by your normal trap effect, you can draw 1 card as well, and then you can apply the following effect. So you can special summon a fiend monster from your hand. That's another way to get lovely out. Or you can set a spell and trap from your hand. So straddles of the deck. Up next, this is not the furniture version, but I do play a small furniture engine with one of each furniture. Reason being so because it is part of the Labyrinth engine, and it does help the deck go on. But one of the other reasons why I play furnitures is because I also play backjacks, and there's another trap card that I pair with the backjacks, because if you have backjack in hand and you have one of the furnitures, then you can use him as a discard fodder to trigger his effect. But yeah, for those who don't know, so Shandrag and Stovey, both of them, if you can quick effect activate them and discard them along with another random card in hand. So if you see Backjack, you want to use him as discard fodder. And then you can go ahead and set a Labrynth spell trap on your side of the field. And in Coup Clock, you will go Coup Clock chain 1 and then one of the furniture's chain 2. But Coup Clock will then let you activate the set card on the same turn you activated it. You set it, I meant. But that is the reason why I am also playing this small furniture package along with the 2 backjacks, and I will explain what backjacks do now. So whenever he gets sent to the grave, then you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck, rearrange them in any order, and then on your opponent's main phase, you can quick effect banish him from your graveyard, and then you would activate the top card, and if it's a trap, then you can set it, and in same turn you set it, you can activate it as well because of Backjack's effect. And with the effect where you when you look at the top 3 cards of your deck and you can reorganize them, that's why you want to reorganize them with a trap on the top of the deck, so you can then set it on your opponent's turn and activate it. Up next, I play 3 wannabes. So wannabes backjacks do help the trap engine going for Labrynth. So with wannabe on the end phase, you can then excavate however many cards on the top of your deck to the unused spell and trap zones that your opponent has. So if you're going first, and then on your end phase you use wannabe's effect, you can then excavate up to the top 5 cards of your deck, and then you use if you see trap, you can set them. So this is another way of keeping the engine going. And another way of keeping the engine going, best in my opinion, is Heavenly Prisons. Now I do play 3 for the trap version because trap version is a back row heavy deck. You want to have that protection. So for Heavenly Prison, you activate it in your hand on your turn, and then all the back row, both sides of the back row, so your side of back row and opponent's side of back row, is protected from destruction. So with format now, this is good against Unchained because they're unable to pop back row with Heavenly Prison in hand. And found some pretty cool ways to use Heavenly Prison effectively. But while this card is revealed in your hand by his effect, if any set spell or trap card is activated, you can then on a new chain activate Heavenly Prison to special summon him from your hand, and you can then set a spell trap on your side of the field. So this is another way to keep the engine going as well with Heavenly Prison. And there's ways you can bounce him back as well with Big Welcome. So let's say you have you do the little furniture combo. You activate him on your main phase and do a furniture combo to set, activate it because of Coup Clock, the any trap, the Big Welcome. You can then special summon him, right? Because you activated it on a new chain. You then get to set another trap card from your deck, and then using Lovely's effect, you can then return the Big Welcome back to your field from the graveyard. And then on opponent's turn, you can then activate Big Welcome, special summon the Lady Labrynth from your deck, bouncing back Heavenly Prison to your hand, and he will stay revealed in your hand because when you activate his effect, it says specifically you can activate it and this card in your hand becomes revealed until the end of your opponent's turn. So is on field, comes back to your hand revealed, keeping your protection for back row. So it's another good way to loop it, to loop Heavenly Prison from field to hand. And then if you do activate another trap card, you can then special summon him back and then set another spell trap card, whatever you might need. And the last of the monsters, I play 3 trolls. I'm gonna explain the reason why I play troll instead of ash, but it's just a little spiciness to the deck. I decided to put just for fun. And then for the spells, I play the single called by, and 3 extravagance. I don't really care about the extra deck for the trap version. I know extravagance is being played more often with the furniture build because you want to see more resources in your hand for discard fodder or whatever you need. Called by, I don't like getting ashed with on the welcome traps, so yeah, taking out ash with called by if I do see it. But for extravagance, for the trap version, yeah, I don't really care about my extra deck, so I choose to see more resources in hand rather than playing prosperity. So yeah, it's just preference in my opinion. You know, more cards in hand, the better. And I play onto the traps. I play the standard 2 welcomes and 3 big welcomes. For the new players, again, welcome just special summon a Labrynth monster from the deck, and then you can't special summon any other monster from the deck or extra deck except fiends. But with Heavenly Prison, it special summons from the hand, so this Heavenly Prison bypasses the welcome Labrynth, so that's good. And then the best archetype trap for the deck is the big welcomes, because they bounce cards. You can they bounce your own cards if activated on the field, and it triggers Lovely's effect to either pop in hand or on field. And then in the graveyard, you can then banish them, bouncing back. If you do control a level 8, then you can bounce an opponent's monster. Level 8 or higher fiend, you can bounce an opponent's monster. Or if you don't control anything, you can bounce one of your own monsters, also triggering Lovely's effects. Onto the rest of the traps, I play 3 imperms because they are normal traps and is a hand trap as well, so there's synergy with the deck. For the other traps, I play Ghastly Glitch. It goes hand in hand with the backjacks. Sorry, this is, yeah, it goes hand in hand with the backjacks, because so you if you control fiend, you target pop a card on the field, any field, and then you send a fiend from deck to grave, triggering the backjacks. And it is a normal trap too, so again, more synergy with the deck. And for the one-off traps, I play 1 Terrors of the Overroot, 1 Dogmatica Punishment, 1 D-Berry, 1 Karma Cannon, 1 Ice Dragon Prison, and 1 Trickster Reincarnation. Now you understand the use of me with trolls because of Trickstar Reincarnation. It's just to be a little degenerate, you know. But for those that don't know, Droll and Reincarnation. So again, there's synergy because it is a normal trap. But how this works is, so if an opponent adds a card from the deck to hand, except by drawing them in their draw phase, you can then on resolution. So you go chain 1 on the reincarnation, and then you go chain 2, draw on Labrynth. So this prevents them from drawing cards, right? Or draw prevents them from adding cards from the main deck to the player's hand. So this would stop adding from main deck to hand. And then Trickstar Reincarnation. So it says you banish your opponent's entire hand, and if you do, then they draw the same number of cards. And then we don't care about the second part of this card. You banish the card and you target one Trickstar monster in your graveyard. We're not playing Trickstars. We're just using this for the first part of the effect. So yeah, chain 1 reincarnation, chain 2 draw, resolve draw, and then banish your opponent's entire hand. And because they cannot draw any more cards or add from main deck to hand because of draw, they get no hand. So if you're going first, you see draw in hand. Hopefully you can get that the combo going, and you get Lady Lab on field. You just search out the reincarnation, or you can search it out with Heavenly Prison if you can. Set the reincarnation, and then on your opponent's turn, hopefully they add a card from main deck to hand except by drawing them, and then you just stop them from playing. That is it for the main deck, 40 card main deck. I'm gonna go on to the extra deck now. So I do play the 3 Muckracker because they're pretty essential. If they're linked to fiends, you can also reborn a fiend from the grave. You just gotta discard a card. So it's good because if a lady or a lovely gets popped off, they get destroyed and they're in the graveyard, you're gonna want to make Muckracker to get your engine going again. And then I play the Nightmare package, Phoenix for back row destruction, Cerberus for monster destruction, and then Unicorn for the bounce. And then I play 1 Relinquish Animal because you can summon him off of the Coup Clock, but I've never used him. He's just there for very situational purposes, and I just needed to fill slots in the extra deck. Underworld Goddess, super good card. That's it for links. And then for the Xyz, I play the single Abyss Dweller because graveyard usage came back since Kashtira got hit. So Dweller, and then the Bakuska. And then for the Dogmatica, Dogmatica punishment targets. So you got, of course, Entis, Omega, and then I do have Gurua. Gurua is also for super poly targets, along with Disu, Mud Dragon, and Dragostapelia, because Branded is still being played at my locals, so why not? And that is it for the extra deck. And for the side deck, I do play three nibs in here, the super polys, 3 Cosmic Cyclones, just in case for back row, Change of Heart, Steal Your Bitch, Skill Drains for Floodgates. I don't like mating Skill Drains because it does hurt yourself as well playing the deck. So Skill Drains it's there if I really do need it. And then Eradicator and the Crush Card Virus. So that is it for the profile. And so maybe I can show you a little combo. Hopefully I can and get it going. Just do a little power shuffle real quick. For those that don't know, the Labrynth deck, or they're just getting into it because of the tins. I actually just got into it because of the tins. I've been wanting to play Labrynth because it's a trap based deck. Haven't played a trap based deck before. Now I do. Yeah, I never did get into it because I was playing Actual Sisters at the time, playing Runics, Runic Stun. I've tried Runic Melfi, but I wanted to add the sprite engine to it. I just didn't have the funds at the time, so I dropped it. But it was a fun deck, very defensive, no need for attacking. But yeah, let's get this combo going. And let's see, 5. Let's see what I got in hand. So here you go. This is it's alright. It's not the best hand, but here I guess you're gonna go extrav. Just gonna banish out 6, of course 6, because you want the draw 2, and I don't care about my extra deck either. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just check what you banish. I don't care. You draw your 2. Oh, look. And we got the Droll and the Reincarnation right here. So we're loaded with traps. Basically all you're gonna do is just gonna go Stovey, activate the Stovey, pitching out one of your traps. I'm gonna do Tears of the Overroot to then set Big Welcome, and then you're just gonna set all of these, hoping that your opponent does not have back row destruction. And then on your opponent's turn, standby phase, you're gonna want to go Big Welcome. Hopefully you don't get ashed. You want to get the lady, and then it's gonna bounce back because of Big Welcome. And then on a new chain, you're gonna bring back lady. And then if all you do is just make your plays from here. You got Imperm, Ice Dragon's Prison. When you do activate any of your traps, you can use Lee's effect to then you set another Big Welcome or Welcome Labrynth, whatever you might need, right? And then let's say your opponent added a card to hand. You're gonna on resolution, you're gonna go Reincarnation with the Droll and hurt them really bad. And that's pretty much how you're gonna play that hand. On to the next hand. Let's see what we get for the next hand. 5. Okay, so yeah, well, we got a Droll and Reincarnation again. That's pretty cracked because I only play the one Reincarnation, but you pretty much won't be able to do any of won't be able to get Lovely out. Nothing's gonna happen with the Ku Clock. So all you're gonna hope for is set these 2. Hopefully opponent adds something to hand from main deck. Droll, Reincarnation. Hopefully that's enough to stop them. Or if they don't even add from main deck to hand, then you're pretty much fucked. So that was a hand that you don't want to see. Okay, let's do maybe one more hand, maybe 2 if this hand is trash. Another another 5. Okay, now this is a little bit more doable. So here you're gonna want to standby main normal the Ariana. Hopefully you don't get ashed to get the Ku Clock. You're then going to set this big welcome, activating the let's do this. Let's just do this just so we can get Ku Clock back in hand. So you're gonna activate Shandrag. Activating the Ku Clock, and then chaining the Shandrag to then set. Because we have big welcome on field, we're just gonna get something else. Let's just do Ghastly Glitch, since now we have a Fiend on the field. You're then going to activate the big welcome, because now big welcome is active because of a Ku Clock. You're gonna want to get Lovely here, bouncing back the Ariana to hand, and then now you can activate chain. You can then chain 1 Lovely, chain 2 Ku Clock, chain 3 Shandrag to add back to hand, or add both of these back to hand actually. Rip a card from opponent's hand, and then activating Lovely's effect to then set big welcome on your end phase. Because you are going first and we have Wannabe in hand, you can then activate Wannabe on your end phase, and then you're going to excavate the top of your deck equal to the number of unused back row slots your opponent has. So because we're going first, that is 5. 4. Wow, Extravagance was stacked. That's something you don't want to see with Wannabe. That's terrible. That was terrible. Now they just go to the bottom of the deck, and then on opponent's turn, you can then on standby activate big welcome to get Lady Lab, bouncing back Lady Lab again, activating Lovely. So you're gonna go chain 1 Lovely, chain 2 Lady Lab, and then you can, I don't know, let's just do chain 3 Shandrag as well, or chain 1 Lovely, chain 2 Lady, chain 3 Ku Clock, chain 4 Shandrag. So then you can get, let's just psych the opponent out. So we're gonna do D-Berry, and then depending on what your opponent plays, you can then Ghastly Glitch, chaining the Lady Lab to then set another trap card. So let's do some big hitter traps. So now we got D-Berry and Karma Cannon, and they are both active because of Ku Clock. And then with Ghastly Glitch resolving, you're gonna send the Backjack on a new chain. You're going to want to activate Backjack to look at the top 3. Hopefully one of them is a trap, and they are not traps. So you just organize them the way how you want. Let's just do Extravagance. And now you can activate only one of these because they were both set this turn, and Ku Clock is only good for 1. Alright, so depending on your play, opponent has 4 cards in hand, and you can either go with Karma Cannon or D-Berry, depending on what your opponent is playing or how they are playing. You just go off of that, and that is pretty much concluding my deck profile / combo video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it was informative to you for Labrynth, for the new players, or even the players that have been playing now, good luck, have fun.